Have you ever noticed that with some people, you feel at ease and things just seem to flow smoothly? Yet with others, you leave the interaction feeling drained, and suddenly, obstacles appear out of nowhere. What if this wasn't just a coincidence? What if the people you surround yourself with actively shape your destiny? Many might brush this off as mere superstition. But I'm here to tell you, it's not. This idea is rooted in a profound wisdom, often overlooked. Our ancestors understood a fundamental truth about human connection, something modern people might call energy, or vibe, but in ancient philosophy, it's known as Qi. Everything possesses Qi, a person, a place. We sense the energy of a room or a person's aura. This Qi isn't just physical air, it's the intangible current of your luck and your overall state of being. When your Qi is strong and harmonious, you experience good fortune. When it's weak or turbulent, life feels like an uphill battle. And when two people come together, their energies inevitably interact. Imagine pouring hot water into a cold glass. The temperatures blend. So, if your energy is high and vibrant, and you spend time with someone whose energy is low and heavy, you will be pulled toward their level. Unintentionally, they can dissipate your positive momentum. Let me be clear, this is rarely about ill intent. They aren't consciously trying to harm you. It's simply a natural law of energetic influence. This is the deeper meaning behind the saying. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This applies to your spirit and fortune just as much as your habits. Therefore, it becomes essential to discern who in your life genuinely uplifts you, and who, perhaps unknowingly, pulls you down. Today, I'll shed light on 3 specific types of people. I'm not saying they are bad people. They may be kind or troubled. But they carry a particular energy that, if you get too close, can gradually erode your own blessings and vitality. The first type? The perpetual victim, the chronic complainer. You undoubtedly know this person. Nothing is ever right. The weather, their job, their family, the world itself. Ask how they're doing, and you're met with a sigh followed by a litany of grievances. In their narrative, they are forever the innocent casualty of an unfair universe. Now, how do you feel after spending an hour with them? Initially, you might feel sympathy. You try to offer comfort or a more positive perspective. But they quickly dismiss it. You just don't understand my situation. They pull you into their vortex of negativity. You invest your emotional energy to console them, but it feels like pouring water into a bottomless pit. You end the conversation feeling heavy, fatigued, and disheartened. They've offloaded their emotional baggage onto you, and you're left carrying the weight. Why do they seem to lack good fortune? Because fortune is attracted to gratitude and lightness. A heart filled with gratitude is open and abundant, allowing good things to flow in. A heart consumed by complaint is closed, sealed shut by thick resentment. Resentment is a potent negative force. It's a mindset that declares, "The world is against me." But here's a fundamental truth: your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly broadcast the signal of, "I am unlucky," you effectively repel opportunities. This person doesn't just dwell in this energy. They inadvertently spill it onto you. How? First, they consume your precious time and emotional reserves, energy you could invest in your own growth and goals. Second, they can infect your own mindset. Their pervasive pessimism can smother your own sparks of hope and initiative. Third, and most critically, they scare away potential benefactors. A benefactor is someone who sees your potential and chooses to support you. But who wants to extend a hand to someone perpetually entangled in a web of negativity? They may assume you share that same energy. So, what should you do? Confront them? Argue? Absolutely not. That would only fuel their victim narrative. The ancient wisdom offers a profound yet simple strategy. Maintain a respectful distance. Be polite and courteous in your interactions. But internally, establish a firm boundary. When they launch a complaint, do not engage deeply, do not try to fix it. Listen with polite neutrality. Simple acknowledgments like, "I see," or "That sounds difficult," are enough. Offer no fuel for their fire. When they can no longer elicit the reactive energy they seek, they will naturally drift toward other outlets. Or you may politely excuse yourself from the conversation. Remember, your primary duty is to steward and protect your own energy. Do not feel guilty for this self-preservation. By the time their cloud of misfortune significantly darkens your own path, it is far more difficult to clear. So, the first rule: create gentle but firm space from the chronic complainer. Now, the second type is more subtle in its approach but can be even more damaging in the long run: the petty opportunist, the person with no vision. This individual is perpetually calculating minor advantages. They are the friend who always seems to be in the restroom when the dinner bill arrives. The colleague who hoards office supplies. They keep a mental ledger for every tiny favor, ensuring they always come out slightly ahead. Their world is small, defined by trivial wins and losses. Why does this mindset act as a blockade to fortune? Because fortune, or true blessing, correlates with your inner capacity. If your heart is as vast as the ocean, you can receive abundant blessings. If your heart is the size of a thimble, that is all you can ever hold. The petty opportunist possesses a thimble-sized heart. They are so fixated on grabbing the penny right in front of them that they remain blind to the $100 bill lying just behind. They will willingly sacrifice trust, damage valuable relationships, and compromise their reputation for a momentary, insignificant gain. They pride themselves on being clever, but from the perspective of timeless wisdom, this is the height of foolishness. The universe operates on principles of balance and reciprocity. What you take unfairly in one area, you will often lose something of far greater value in another. How do they negatively impact you? First, they can shrink your own mindset. Immersed in their constant scheming over small things, you may unconsciously begin to second-guess yourself and adopt a pettier outlook. Second, they damage your reputation. You are often judged by the company you keep. If you are closely associated with an opportunist, people will inevitably question your own integrity. Significant opportunities may quietly pass you by. Worst of all, they may attempt to drag you into their ethical gray areas. "It's fine, no one will ever know," they might suggest. If you falter in your judgment and participate, you become implicated. And when consequences arise, you can be certain they will prioritize saving themselves, even at your expense. Therefore, the approach with this type must be more decisive. This isn't merely about creating distance, it's about consciously removing them from your inner circle. Civility is fine, but do not entangle your life with theirs. Avoid business partnerships, personal loans, or any unclear arrangements. Do not mistakenly believe your generosity will reform them. It will only mark you as an easy target. Your kindness must be paired with clear boundaries. Actively protect the fortune and peace you've worked to build. Do not allow them to leak it away, drop by precious drop. Now let's discuss the third type. Their damage is often invisible at first but creates endless, rippling consequences. The gossip, the drama magnet. This person thrives on secrets, scandals, and half-truths. They share confidential news with a hushed, dramatic tone, only to share your private matters with the next person. They often speak without a filter, causing hurt, and then defend themselves with, "I'm just telling it like it is," or, "I'm only being honest." They live in a tangled world of he said, she said. And you can be certain of one thing: if they gossip to you, they are absolutely gossiping about you. An ancient proverb states, "Illness enters through the mouth, disaster exits from it." Your words carry tangible power. Words of encouragement, praise, and support build a harmonious and attractive energy around you. Words of gossip, criticism, and strife create a field of tension and mistrust. Good fortune avoids chaotic, drama-filled environments. This person, often unintentionally, becomes a poison to peace. They erode trust wherever they go. How do they drain your energy and luck? First, they are a massive drain on your time and mental space, distracting you with trivial conflicts. Second, and most dangerously, they pull you into their whirlpools of drama. They might use your name or your silent listenership to validate their gossip, making you an unwilling participant in conflicts. Your reputation and relationships become collateral damage. Your network of strong, positive relationships is a foundational pillar of your good luck. This person steadily weakens that pillar. The strategy here is perfectly embodied in a single word of wisdom from the I Ching: stop. To stop when it is time to stop, therein lies great wisdom. When they begin to gossip, you must stop it. Not with a confrontation, but with calm wisdom. Method 1. The neutral wall. Respond with a bland, "Oh, really?" or "Is that so?" and then offer absolutely nothing else. Your deliberate silence and lack of engagement is a powerful deterrent. Method 2. The redirect. Gently but firmly cut in. "That reminds me, I wanted your opinion on this project idea." Or, "Let's talk about something more uplifting. How is your family?" Method 3. The seal. Become a gossip dead end. Whatever you hear, let it stay with you. Cultivate a rock-solid reputation for discretion and trustworthiness. The drama seekers will eventually find you boring and move on, while people of substance and quality will be drawn to your integrity. So, to summarize, the complainer acts like a black hole, sucking away your vitality and optimism. The opportunist functions as a sieve, leaking away your prosperity and opportunities. The gossip operates as a toxin, poisoning your social environment and reputation. Identifying and mindfully distancing yourself from these three energies is not about judging or condemning others. Everyone is navigating their own path with their own challenges. This is, pure and simple, about self-preservation. It is the practical wisdom of putting on a coat in the cold, or of not drinking from a poisoned well. You hold the primary responsibility for cultivating an environment that supports, rather than depletes, your life. You cannot sincerely complain about a lack of sunshine while choosing to sit in a dark cave. Your life is, in large part, a reflection of your cumulative choices. When you consciously choose to cultivate positivity, generosity, and mindful speech, you will find that the complainers, the opportunists, and the gossips naturally fade from the center of your world. And in their place, you will increasingly attract people of light, vision, and genuine support, your true benefactors. This is not a mystery, it is a universal principle, like attracts like. Your energy, ultimately, attracts your reality.